watching a Twin Peaks TikTok and he had pie day, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. And for Instagram, you know, content, and then yeah.
But for the boring part of what's Pie Day, it's like I don't think a lot of people people made it into a pie, the thing that you eat, but pie is like the mathematical thing, pie.
Obviously, they just do it to be cute. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think like people think it's like
I don't think
Domino's Pie Day.
They get 3.14. Like everyone knows that's like the pi number.
Hello, friends. Today, we'd like to introduce a very famous number found in all circumferences and circles you see around you. It's number pi. Number pi is a mathematical constant which indicates the relation between the perimeter and the diameter of a circumference. But how can we describe this relation? It's about fitting the diameter as many times as possible into the perimeter of the circumference. Let's look here. 1, 2, 3, and a little bit more. That's it. We can fit 3 diameters into the circumference in a small part, 0.14. That's why we know that pi equals 3.14. We say that it's a constant because number pi is the same for every circumference in the world. In other words, this number is always equal to 3.14. It's like magic, isn't it? The result we get every time we divide the perimeter by the diameter of any circle in the world will always be 3.14. This happened because pi is a mathematical constant. In other words, it's always the same number regardless of what the circles or circumferences may measure. There's a very interesting fact we haven't told you about yet. Pi is represented by this Greek letter, and it's an infinite number. 3.1415926535897932384, and the digits go on forever and ever. In everyday life, this number is shortened to 3.14 to be expressed in a simple way and make calculations easier.
They get 3.14. Like everyone knows that's like the pi number. 3.14567892251229272. 3.14567892251229272.
Today we learned that number pi is one of the most important mathematical constants. Many architecture, mechanics, or engineering projects wouldn't be possible without the number pi.
Do you know all the numbers in pi?
No, but so pi is like the mathematical formula for like spirals, and all of nature is spirals.
But everyone knows that.
And you're assuming a lot right now.
What's the Fibonacci sequence anyway? And why is it seemingly everywhere? The Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers in which a given number is the result of adding the 2 numbers before it. So, if you start with 0, the next number will be 1, followed by 1, followed by 2, followed by 3, and so on. As you can see, every number in this series or sequence is obtained by adding the 2 preceding numbers. What makes this Fibonacci sequence so special? To the uninitiated, this famous sequence may just seem like a series of numbers, but the Fibonacci sequence has been discovered and rediscovered in various forms, not only in mathematics, but also all across the natural world and in our everyday lives. There's also another exciting offshoot of the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio. Suppose you have 2 quantities, A and B, wherein A is greater than B. Now, add A and B and divide that sum by A. If this ratio comes out to be equal to the ratio of A and B, then you can say that A and B have a golden ratio, which is represented by the Greek letter phi. Many artists use the golden ratio or the golden spiral in their creative works. Legendary painter Salvador Dali explicitly used the ratio in his masterpiece, The Sacrament of the Last Supper. Architects also commonly use the golden ratio when designing buildings and other massive structures. From snail shells, flowers, and bananas to the inside of the human ear, iconic buildings, and galaxies far out in the cosmos, the golden ratio can be seen everywhere. This is probably why it's also known as the divine proportion.
Someone had it memorized, huh?
Did you? Was all that?
Yeah, 36 numbers in pi. I had it all memorized.
Oh, that's really cool. You see, that's why I fell in love with you on Pi Day.
I don't know. A kid in our class memorized it. Everyone thought he was so smart. And I was like, it's not that hard to memorize 36 numbers. I can memorize 36 numbers in pi.
You can.
Yeah, I remember numbers like nothing. Like my credit card numbers, even my new one, I got a new credit card and like memorized it so quickly. But anyways, do you know all the numbers in pi?
No, but so pi is like the mathematical formula for like spirals, and all of nature is spirals.
But everyone knows that.
And you're assuming a lot right now.
I think everyone knows pi.
All I'm saying is like, to me, I always celebrated pi and loved it because it was like this magical day.
And you forget so much of it, and then so much of it too, you're probably like, do we even need this? You know, especially I don't know. History, do we need it? It's just
I think you need history.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the argument for it?
Well, if you don't know, if you don't know your history, you're bound to make the same mistakes again, I think.
Sure, I agree with that. Now with the years...
Or do we need to know pi?
3.1478926925222. Exactly. You remember you had to like memorize the first 12 numbers of pi, and I was like, why? We know it's 3.14. Like, yes, that kind of stuff. I don't think it's necessary.